everybody. I hope you're well today. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Atmospheric lighting today. Let's just say I got a little bit of that devil in me. Are you of the devil? Would you say that you are of the devil? I would say so. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Today I'm sure you can tell I'm feeling a little bit under the weather. I feel like I always am. I'm crying, but today so much so. But my throat is not sore, so I am going to do my best. I'm going to do my best today. If I need to take water breaks, I'll let you know. We'll go to like word game. But I do want to get through as much of the devil as I can today. If I remember correctly, a little quiet compared to music. I don't know why. I don't change settings at all. I don't move them. So why? Why does it happen? I think it's just because I'm talking in like not usually the loud voice that I usually talk in. So maybe that's why. Maybe that's why. Hopefully this is better. But here, I'll go to that was this, yeah. This is a save. Yeah, oh yeah. We were in the they're in the host club. Here, maybe I should I'm gonna turn down the music just a little bit. Just a little bit. Is that okay? Did that do any difference? Did that do any difference? But yeah, today I'm a little bit under the weather. Also gonna turn the sound effects volume. This shit is loud. Now I'm loud. Oh no. Okay. You're too loud. Is this okay, Jamie, please? Jamie, let me know. Jamie, hear me in your ears and let me know. Me when the chips are chipping. Okay. Let me know if this is okay. If it is not, I will keep tweaking it. Hold on. I might keep the mic just up a little bit. Because I know I'm gonna use the reverb. I'm gonna use the reverb at some. Might change depending on voices. Yeah. 100%. Okay. I'm sorry for the audio issues. Let's go. I want to read. Let me read.
What kind of light reading gets tossed around a club like this? Probably something along the lines of, I spent every night at a host club for 1 year. Here's what the staff taught me about emotional workloads in corporate settings. Oh wait, this actually looks somewhat interesting.
What is it, Morgan? Oh boy. Fungus stymies bamboo, stokes unrest. Less than ideal rainfall patterns, met with greater than usual saltwater flooding, had already left many of the tropically centered macro farms that produce most of the world's bamboo struggling to meet demand. Now, with increasingly widespread reports of fungal infections, tensions are beginning to rise in the region as its large migrant worker population is faced with the possibility of one of the worst quarters on record. Ooh. Bamboo is a highly versatile crop, cultivated successfully for thousands of years and on all 7 continents, if one counts the agriculture science labs in the Antarctic Peninsula. Wait, they have agriculture labs in Antarctica? That's fire. But in recent decades, advances in agricultural genetics and greater restrictions on the lumber industry's woodcutting activity have led to bamboo becoming a premier organic manufacturing and construction material for much of the world. Whoa. Especially in impoverished regions that often lack the machinery required to process advanced synthetic equivalents. The hardy plant can grow in a wide variety of environments and humidity levels, and has even been considered an aggressive invasive species at times. But modern genetically modified monocultures are tailored to grow specifically in a small number of tropic and subtropic biomes, intended to provide a stable cash crop for regions that have historically struggled to farm soy, sugar, or wheat. But it's a delicate balancing art between tuning a cultivar, did I say it right? to a target environment and rendering it unviable in the wild. And years like this one can put that vulnerability on full display. The fungus practically chews through the groves. You could see it growing with the naked eye. Ooh. That's not good, said one worker who requested anonymity due to concerns over their citizenship status. The company tells us to just burn it all, but it's too damp for anything to catch fire. Bamboo is hard to burn, so they want us using this incendiary stuff, and they won't pay for us to have masks. Data on the efficiency of burn pits is combating the spread of the fungus. Combating the spread of the fungus is limited, but most corporate officials agree that the risk of inhalation among personnel is low, and masks are an unnecessary measure. Some of the migrant worker population, however, is arguing that hesitancy to provide masks is more politically motivated. Oh, great. Of course it is. Plotters' rebellion was decades ago, but the gas mask is still a powerful symbol even today. Back then, workers went on strike because the conditions growing mushrooms in the fungal plots were so unbearable. Whoa. Now this fungus is cutting into profits again. You've got a lot of workers dependent on the industry, a lot of young people who could easily be out of work. I'd be surprised if they weren't getting nervous. It is true that the region is home to a disproportionately young population, as many international trade schools have flocked to tropical climates in an attempt to attract students with promises of low cost of living and vacation-like idyllic conditions. And through education lies firmly in the realm of corporate authority, government officials are also keenly aware of the risks and challenges associated with such a large student population. Ramsay syndrome contains a serious concern. Ooh. Oh, dude, that's honestly like one of my favorite parts of the Devil is how much thought they put into their world building. They're like, let me think, what the fuck do we want going wrong in the world? And it's like, it's really realistic, and I really like that. I think that's really, really cool.
Not the reading material I expected to find here, but judging from the article the Megs are getting concerned about.
Growing fungus, darn.
That fungus sounds nasty. It'll chew through crops and the Megs will take a loss? Guess they'll engineer their way around the issue soon enough. Easier to update the monoculture genetics than your entire global economic model. The Megs are probably more concerned about all the young people getting agitated about their job security.
Oh, my bad. I was really thinking about that fungus.
The warmer the waters, the bigger the storms they brew.
My coins, no.
Bad enough that I'm walking into the lion's den here, stepping even further into blue blood territory to defend an Ikaria assassin. Do I really have to wait for the shoe to drop in a place this sleazy too?
Are you perhaps not enjoying yourself, Adonai?
You're getting better at picking up on that.
You are frowning quite openly. Are we in danger of getting arrested here?
There's nothing illegal about a host club.
Man, I wonder what a host is. Host or hostess club is a type of nightclub where staff cater to clientele with attention, conversation, company, and flirtatious behavior. Yeah. Having read a distinct industry, that said, it is hardly uncommon for staff at one establishment or the other to switch sides. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, because they were talking about courtesans a lot last time. So are you just uncomfortable then?
Unamused.
She's like, where are the naked ladies? Just kidding. Have you ever been to an establishment like this before?
No.
Not even when you were apprenticing?
There may have been certain work parties where attendance was strongly encouraged, but I'd never set foot within a kilometer of a place like this otherwise.
I suppose if you have a hard spending limit, there's only so much you can enjoy.
And it's not a matter of cost. It's a matter of taste.
Surely someone enjoys being paid attention, no? It's flattering.
Not everyone takes to being complimented.
I see. So you respond more to being challenged?
What do you think?
Hey, who challenges her? Hey. Perhaps not.
Let me think.
Do you think they were being literal when they said you were expected to make a purchase?
Probably. Doesn't mean I'll oblige them. Though it's not like spending money here will make them less likely to cooperate.
I would offer some suggestions based on customer reviews and price points, but for some reason I don't see prices listed on any of the items on their list. Was a mistake made when formatting the data?
I really hate this place.
Okay, it feels like beer would be the cheapest option.
Hey buddy, one beer. Whatever's on the tap.
Bartender gives me a stare that's trying very hard to be withering.
Underneath these soft, warm lights and all that makeup though, the message feels muddled. As expected, what finally arrives is...
Mostly foam. Boss would not approve of their pouring technique.
I don't care if it's dishwater and food color. Hello? Am I okay? Food coloring, as long as it gets me an in.
Mama on deck! The big cheese! The big cheese!
What exactly are you expecting?
With a title like Mama, I would expect a stern but fair, nurturing figure who...
What the hell do you want?
Dude, she's so pretty! I love the hair.
Is that how you greet all your customers?
You brought a drink?
A beer?
It was mostly foam.
Beer and wine coolers ain't drinks. That shit doesn't count for anything.
Well, how the fuck was I supposed to know? Especially not paired up against the fact that you're a goddamn Korean lawyer sniffing around my lawful place of business.
So nice to be noticed. But you came out here anyway. I take it that means you're willing to talk.
Was my mouth flapping not a clear enough sign?
Introductions then. I'm
Morgan, Esquire, criminal defense attorney representing Sosuke Ikaria. With a glowing green toaster as your +1. Oh, don't say that about her.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Miss
Kim, Hana, small business owner. Kim, where are you? That's evidence I'm silly. Oh yeah. Quote unquote small business owner. Likes persimmon handbags, joint cracking, part-timers, binge watchers, ad vandalism. Oh. Can slice an onion paper thin in 11 seconds. Wait, does it say shooting clay pigeons? Did that say shooting clay pigeons? That's funny. Where is she? I can't find her. There it is. Hana Mama Kim. Yeah, shooting clay pigeons. That's crazy. I love the little flower detail in her hair because Hana means flower. Did you know that?
And one of the more influential members of the Blue Blood Old Guard, I take it. Ooh.
The Old Guard are the only Blue Bloods that have any influence at all. First gens and young blood should count themselves lucky to be middle management. Should he really be calling them young bloods? Oh, now the neon robot is gonna preach to us all about political correctness.
Really, madam?
I know PC. My gen invented PC. We've got PC coming out of our ears. Is she Gen Alpha or is she Gen Z? So I mean it when I say young blood is a term of endearment.
Well then, I won't hesitate to use it.
To their face? Better not. They knock your teeth out.
How about a trade, Miss Kim?
Mrs., you're talking to a widow. One who doesn't need anything from you. Not the best position to start bargaining from.
We're trading information. If you think I can't give you anything, you're not thinking very hard.
Oh yeah? What do you think you've got?
Something I can tell her that she doesn't already know.
Little Lord ID? Dude. That... Well... If we're getting technical, she... hey, if we're getting technical, she technically doesn't know who Creek's real killer is.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
Who's pressing again? Who is breasting again? Oh, poop. Oh, poop. It's not in here. Who was Bresson? Oh my god. Was it the Oh my goodness, I'm having the biggest brain fart. I'm having the biggest brain fart. I don't remember who Bresson is, so I'm not gonna do that one. What about this one?
Even if I'm right, I'd only be telling her that Chopin's dead and of no use to her. There's also the chance that she has no idea the little lord is even real, in which case I'd be showing way more of my hand than I'd like.
Never mind, I guess. What about this one?
She'd probably be interested in the real answer, but it's not the one I'm willing to give. And at the moment, I don't even have that great of a pasty to put forward. Patsy. What the fuck? Put forward.
I guess whoever Bresson is that I forgot. Hello, Greg. Welcome. Nice to see you.
I can tell you what happened at the courthouse today.
If something worth knowing had happened, it'd be in the news by now. There is currently a blackout on media coverage of today's events.
As always, leaks. Finding one will take time.
Did Sarah get her champagne? I got her beer. I got beer because I thought it would be the cheapest option. I'm sorry, the beer was foamy.
I can give you a first-hand account right now.
Let's hear it. Un instant. She has refined taste. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sarah. Bresson. What a goddamn idiot. Completely useless. He did manage to infiltrate an entire courtroom full of police officers, even knowing he wouldn't make it out alive. Oh, Bresson was the assassin. Ah. And he still failed to hit the easiest shot of his life. But Bresson's just an incompetent addict. The useless idiot is the one who sent him there.
Not you, I take it?
Old God sounds like it moves slow and wise. We've got our fair share of hot-headed dumbasses, too.
Impatient, hot-headed dumbasses?
Time is money.
My turn to ask a question. Money. Is that why you've been going after Makoto? Trying to drum up a king's ransom because you can't go to war without a war chest?
Who says we're at war? Who says we're in any rush? Our plans are measured in decades, you little shit.
No. Time is not on your side right now. Right now, more than anything, you need money. And you need it fast.
Uminako. Says who? You.
Says the headlines. Time's running out before you miss the bus on.
Yeah, because more than anything else,
They needed money. They wanted a lot of money right now. Yeah, basically. Oh shit, what did she say? I got distracted. With Uminako. Time's running out before you miss the bus on... Prop 492? The old guard stands to profit if Proposition 492 passes and everyone will know it by tomorrow. No amount of scrambling will stop Prop 492 from getting scuttled.
Cat got your tongue.
A huge money-making opportunity with highly specific timing. For the Blue Bloods, at this point, it could only be...
Oh, sorry. Dude, I'm going to let you guys know now my decisions today are probably going to be very dumb because I'm just not. My brain is not there. It's Nirvana, duh, it's Nirvana.
Nirvana. Everyone in the capital knows it'll be legalized before the end of the year.
Bah, potty drug. Dumb money.
Yes, dumb money. Best kind of money there is, and you could rake it in by the truckload. If you had the starting capital to build a dispensary network beforehand. As things stand, the Grey Wave is gonna roll your hard work up in a ball and hand it off gently to the Megs and the Icaria. You've been losing this game to them for 3 decades straight, but I can see you still haven't gotten used to it.
Course not. Who the hell just roll over for those upstart bootlicking? That goddamn fox, smirking behind his perfumed incenses and painted screens and sheets of gold leaf. Should have cut out his eyes when I had the chance.
I'm acquainted with the hound. Who's the fox?
Should we conduct a survey of all the IFG members' back tattoos? The fox, the kitsune, goddamn Daisuke Ikaria, of course.
The family's patriarch. Haven't had the chance to meet him in person.
Ha! Knew there had to be a reason an Ikaria lawyer didn't already stink of cigar smoke. Adonai does smoke, despite my repeated warnings about the health hazards. Have you had your olfactory checkup lately? Loss of smell can be the first sign of...
I don't stink. That's the takeaway. Now, admit it. You want to capture Makoto Ikario so you can afford to ride Nirvana to legitimacy.
I don't want to capture Makoto Ikaria. You know our history.
In brief.
So what part of that summary made you think that if I had the chance to end the Ikarian line, I wouldn't take it immediately?
Are you speaking for yourself or for the whole old guard?
Nah, my turn to ask. Is the hound gonna make it?
You asking about my legal defense strategy?
His injuries? Any chance he's gonna kneel over from an infection after Creek's pod worked him over? Did Bresson somehow manage to nick him? He is still recovering from the injuries he sustained when captured, but he was not harmed during the incident in the courtroom today.
Yeah, Bresson didn't even manage a scratch.
Not a scratch, huh? Did he even get a shot off?
A detective on the scene responded before he could.
A detective?
Yes. Why?
Bah, I wasted a question on him, of all people.
Speaking of which, the bottle spun back around. Are the Blue Bloods working with the Chopin family to profit off of Proposition 492?
Ha! You missed that one. Try another. What do you mean? You think Mr. and Mrs. Chopin are working hand in hand with us for a little cross-class embezzling? Those rich pricks wouldn't piss on us if we were on fire, and the feeling's mutual. But they're backing Proposition 492. If you could buy the land they need before the city knows that it needs it...
The Chopin family aren't your collaborators. They're your marks.
Bingo! Kid gets a prize.
Or they were. The plan's worthless now. That whole courtroom heard me explain how Creek had red ink documents on Proposition 492. Whatever blueprints, whatever land the city had in mind, they'll change all of it.
Thanks for that, by the way.
Don't blame me. Your plan was always fragile. It was destined to collapse just the moment that anyone with more pull than a ticketing officer heard that Blue Bloods had eyes on the real estate. Meaning the Blue Bloods would kill to keep those documents from circulating.
Yeah, well, that's just how it goes for Plan Bs. Plan B? Now answer me this. What did you see on those red ink docs that tipped our hand about Prop 492?
Well, it was mentioned in abbreviation, if not name. P492. That was a pretty big giveaway.
You must have had more to go on than that. Names, diagrams.
I saw Councilman Long's name on there.
Ha! Long, that sloppy bastard.
Wait, you didn't know what was on those papers? Not exactly. You didn't know where Prop 492 leaked from.
What are you saying? It leaked from that Black Creek, obviously.
Red ink means it was printed off from somewhere you trust, and a place run by people you trusted. And it doesn't sound like you trusted Creek.
Are these your questions? Because they're terrible. And pointless. Blondie's already dead. We're learning a lot, holy crap.
So Chopin wasn't in on the plan. What possibilities are left then? Might as well try asking while I have the chance. My client overheard something interesting during his captivity. Talk of the Blue Bloods bringing in a huntsman.
Fake. Oh. And you don't even know what that means. Your client heard wrong. And you're a fool for believing him without any proof.
Sorry, guess he misheard. He must have also misheard that you'd brought a no mask into the city. Oh!
Now Morgan. Now Morgan. Why would we say this? Why would we say this when you haven't talked about this to anybody yet? Why would we say this when nobody knows about it? Why would we say that? Did Suski mention that?
It's called a bluff, Sarah.
Well, is it?
Yeah, he must have been delirious. After all, if there had been a no mask at the crime scene, it would have turned up during the police investigation.
Huntsman. Ridiculous. Maybe he's real. Maybe he's fake. Maybe he's already behind you. Phantoms like that get their power from uncertainty. If I answered your question at all, that'd be your answer.
Schrodinger's...
Ah! Shut up, Morgan! Shut up! Shut up!
Schrodinger's box is already open! And the mask isn't there anymore. If it's not in the hands of the huntsman, then who has it? Oh my god. A dead man.
Oh, a dead man? Who just doesn't know it yet? Final round. But what if we still want to ask? Our house, my rules. Who hired you?
Why would she spin her final question on that?
I don't know. I don't know what she would get. I don't know what she would get out of this if we would tell her the truth. Like, I don't know what we would have to lie for. Will this bite me in the butt later? Who knows? Who knows?
Makoto Ikaria, if that wasn't already clear.
Uh-huh. You, some no-name nobody with no connection to any of the families. The preteen heir looked you up and hired you to defend his hound. Either you're dumber than you look or just less curious than a lobotomite, but either way, you really don't know the answer, do you? Yeah, well, okay, yeah. Damn, okay. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, is the right answer.
No, I don't, which I can freely admit. So why does having it pointed out to me feel like such a defeat? Come to think of it, I have one last question myself.
That ain't the deal.
Then it can be rhetorical. What are you going to do? You lost all your heirs during the fall of the leaves.
Hadn't I?
You're reviled by the International Blue Bloods for locking your treasure. Oh my god! For locking your treasure behind GFA you can't crack. Now all of the old guard needs transplants and transfusions from the first and second gens just to stay alive. And they won't be glad to keep that up forever. Eventually you, all of you, will die. Will you rest in peace knowing everything you ever managed to build we laundered at what? 30%? 40%! 35% just to end up in the hands of some punks you tutored.
What a nice young girl you are. Worrying about your elders. Well, don't worry your pretty little head over, dear. Sweet granny here. 'Cause she's a mean old bitch in a line of work where anyone stupid dies off young. She and hers are gonna be just fine. Don't forget to close the tab before you go. Did you get any useful information from your rhetorical question, Adonai?
The question irritated her, but it didn't make her despair. I may have misread this. The old guard have a way forward.
Proposition 492 is no longer an option.
Leaving them with Plan A.
The little lord? But Tariq Chopin is dead.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, what the fuck does that mean? Hey. Also. Get it, yeah. Dude, I'm in the freaking club right now. Yeah. This is fire.
How dare they? After all they put him through down there in that festering hole of a city district, to try and kill Sosuke in the courtroom of all places. The nerve of those blue blood scum!
Hey.
If we just wait for him to stop, we'll be standing here until morning.
So, should we speak up?
I don't know. I'm terrible with children. Listen, just keep nodding, and if he calms down enough to ask a non-rhetorical question, get my attention.
What are you going to do?
Try consulting an expert.
Crying.
What do kids your age like?
Not my B-day.
I'm not asking for you.
And I'm not a kid. So I would know. If it's for Sarah, I'm not a robot either.
What would someone younger than you like?
I don't know. Even one grade below me, their sense of humor is impenetrable. The other day, the school announced they're gonna be doing test prep at every grade level. And the top comment, before it got deleted, was a picture of a fish with boots. And the caption was... battering me and frying me in oil for 4 minutes on each side. It got deleted. Oh, it got deleted.
It's not that impenetrable. It's a very basic non sequitur.
How's this for non sequitur? Go ask someone else.
All you did there was get back on topic.
Why are you even asking?
I've been hired by a youth.
Morgan, how fucking old are you, bro? You're not that old.
And I need to interrupt their temper tantrum.
Well, what do you want from me to do? What do you want me to do from here? Hack them some fork knife bucks. Some fork knife.
What is that? Would that work? Also, what do you mean a youth hired you? Oh. So they must be like... rich? Do you think Makoto would get tilted at the towers? I think he would, actually. I think he would rage something fierce. Yes. I'm like the worst to ask for advice then. What do I know about rich kids? Your academy is full of them? Why do you think I do as much of my schoolwork as possible for my dorm? Don't you at least have a roommate? Nope. Never got assigned one. Guess there was some kind of unavoidable computer error on their end. This is hopeless. You're usually good at gift giving and shit. Buttering up judges. Bribing court officials. Slipping coins into Vizier's purses. You have a very antiquated view of what my work entails. Medieval, in fact. I heard he passed. Did you know him? Whatever photo that is failed to send. God damn it. I mean... what would you do if they were a rich adult? Flatter them or whatever? Rich adults are used to people wanting their money. Flattery puts them on guard.
So what's the approach?
You approach them as though you already work for them. Pretend you're a butler. Acting on wordless commands they've given without an original thought in your head. They aren't suspicious of anyone they feel like they already own.
That mostly makes sense. So do that. They've probably got more in common with a rich adult than kids their own age. Well, you know, anyone else with a soul. For real. Unless there's some reason you can't do that, or... oh, you can't do your iconic butler technique here. Oh my god. That was funny.
Because I don't want to act subservient to a child.
For real.
Sosuke did strain himself slightly when he tried to tackle me to the ground, but that was the extent of it.
Yes, as my ad says, no one was hurt. Well, the attacker was part of an officer-involved shooting, but no one else was hurt. Oh, well, then perhaps we should forgive all and make peace. Those fools will regret their actions. The anger of the house, once roused, is not easily satisfied. Shit. I thought there was a lull, but he's all ready to start back up again. As Sun Tzu says...
Ooh, 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 ooh! If your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him.
Well, yes, but...
Please calm yourself, Makoto of Pasikaria. We need to speak to you.
About what? About Sosuke. You think he's done something to deserve this? That's not what I... There's nothing Sosuke could have done to justify what the Blue Bloods have put him through. I assumed as much, but... Makoto has no idea what the Hound of Ikaria was doing up until a year ago, does he? These questions are foolish. I'll not waste my time.
A wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer.
Was it Bhagavad? Is that Bhagavad Gita? Is that how you say that? I have no idea.
Quote the Bhagavad Gita all you want, robot girl. It is not impressive for a machine to...
Bruce Lee said that.
Well, he was probably paraphrasing at the time. Will you help us or not, Makoto?
Please?
If it's for Sosuke...
Enough! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck!
Electric blue irises flashed a deadly glare. The room's shadows seemed to have extended his presence, curling and deepening like ink dropped into water. That's a gangster. Chairman. All of you, show some respect now! He says it out of practice without actually looking around the room. One glance would have shown him there was no need to demand respect. Every head was already bowed. This is a man who is used to others not meeting his eyes.
Oh man, I have to figure out a voice for him. I think I so badly want to do like a mobster accent, but for all of the Ikarias except Sosuke, I've been doing a British accent, so I think I have to stay with that. I don't know why. Listen, they're just nobility. They're just nobility, and that's what my brain considers nobles to sound like. I'm aware they're Japanese.
The rest of you, get lost. Their practiced obedience didn't betray them. They all slipped away into the halls of the complex without so much as a creak of the floorboards. And even so, their anxiety was screaming at me like a bad tell, begging to be taken advantage of. His presence here today was not expected. Now then, come here, Makoto-tan!
Oh my god, Grandpa! Oh yeah.
How are things on the front lines, huh?
Makoto is the heir, so the chairman is his grandfather, of course, but...
My controversial opinion is that British accents work better for Japanese English than American accents do. Really? Like this? I mean, in filthy American, you know, you think that, you know, a London accent is more posh, is more regal, since, you know, we don't have any kings or queens.
My little warlord, making his enemies tremble with fear every time he sets foot out the door.
I was not expecting the head of a house of nobility to be so affectionate.
I thought you and father were still to be in we're still in the capital. Well, we were, and we made a lot of powerful people in that city very frustrated while we were at it. And made a lot of frustrating people very powerful, I'm sure. Wish I had seen their dumb faces solemnly nodding when I cancelled my meetings. Just to fly home and see my grandson.
Dude, is he vaping right now? That's so epic.
Chairman, apologies for the lack of an introduction. I know exactly who she is. She's our lawyer. Any good? She's not entirely incompetent.
I would hope you could say more than that.
And she is also somewhat perceptive, Chairman. Knows when to keep her mouth shut, clearly. How bad can she be? Her methods are odd. She came here to ask me about Sosuke for some reason. Not another word. Chairman, back in the storehouse on the second floor, there's a cask of sake I wanted to drink. You gave 5, or I suppose 6 years ago now. Would you go and fetch it for your grandfather? Of course, but old trick of the trade. One sip at anything we tell her becomes admissible in court. Oh!
Morgan's like, I'm right here, bro.
I see. Very clever, Chairman.
Makoto was allowed to drink sake?
The hell's wrong with you? Of course he can't drink. It's the ceremony of it all, damn it. Understood. I'll go retrieve it right away. Have one of those layabouts that were in here fetch you a ladder first. Make them earn their keep for once. Put on a suit and pair of glasses and think you can just stand there for the rest of your career, you lazy. Read your damn emails if you got nothing better to do.
Should we be seated a certain way for...
There is no cask of sake.
Oh. But then the strategy of becoming intoxicated in order to avoid...
I made that up. You're the lawyer. Any truth to what I said? No need for tricks like that. Attorney-client privilege already binds my hands. I'm working for House Ikaria right now, Sarah. I mean, hell, Makoto could confess to me that he's a mass murderer and I wouldn't be able to tell a soul.
So then why did you send Makoto away, Mr. Chairman, sir?
I wanted to walk the gardens.
Are we supposed to follow him?
He left that part unsaid.
How can you tell?
Hey, quick strategy meeting. You know what a butler is, right?
Be a butler, Sarah. Yeah, poor Sarah.
I'm glad you have such an appreciation for attorney-client privilege, sir. It makes these conversations go much smoother.
But if you trust privilege so much, why don't you trust your grandson to be here?
Don't kid yourself, copper.
Ooh! Damn!
That boy is the future of this family. If I didn't trust him, there would be no point to any of this. Everything I've built. Dynasties on dynasties unless you manage to actually pass them down. What you've built in the last 30 years is undeniably impressive. It must have required astonishing brutality. Progress is brutality. And history is unkind to the gentle. Is that why you orchestrated the fall of the leaves? To get your name in the history books? Orchestrated. So grand. So full of it. We knocked on their doors, and when they opened them, we shot them. Walked up to them on the street and split their stomachs wide. Pulled up beside them and let loose full auto on the limos. It wasn't anything as complicated as orchestrated. I executed. Ooh.
Damn, ooh! So hear me out. So hear me out. Bodybuilding, archery, and bonsai. Phones at the Derek's email. Listen, I'm an open person. I'm a very open-minded person. I wish he had an actual cigar though, not a fucking vape.
And my uncle named me his successor for it.
Blue Bloods weren't even able to put up a fight?
They were worried about handshake events and social media perception. Thought that their friends in high places would be there when they needed them. Thought they had already won.
So how'd you get away with it?
Good timing. No one notices a leaky faucet in a downpour.
This was right before the Red Decade got underway?
And once the borders started locking up, there was no chance of reinforcements.
Wonder if his vape is cigar scented? Hold on, I need to see what he smells like again for no reason at all. He smells like cedar tobacco. I mean, I guess it's cigar scented since he smells like tobacco.
And once the borders started locking up, there was no chance of reinforcements. We never saw it coming. We didn't know there was a bubble. We didn't think things would get that bad. That's what they always say. Losers. The scapegoats paraded in front of courts and cameras to meekly reassure the national audience that no, you couldn't have done anything. You did everything right. So did we. We're all victims of uncontrollable market forces here. Sale bred for a piss-poor circus. With a pity party instead of proper gladiators. I saw the signs, but more importantly, I didn't ignore them. Droughts from heaven, no grain in the storehouses. There'd only be room for one family of thieves in this city. I made sure it was mine. Last call, all aboard.
And everything you built since? Renegan, Aurea Holdings, the legitimate half you're so proud of?
That was the easy part, actually. Reprivatizing an industry is tricky business, dude.
He and Kinzo would be besties. I could, at least for episode 2, I could definitely see the Umineko inspiration. At least with the mob family. Yeah, but he and Kenzo would be besties.
How did you break up a state-controlled monopoly into a healthy, diverse, and competitive private marketplace?
How?
Dunno! I'll let you know if they ever pull it off. The shit show they did go with was easily gamed. Sprinkle some cash in the right bureaucrats' pockets, and we were able to snap up entire economies. Wholesale. We being the neobility. If that's the term you prefer.
Adonai, why is he confessing?
He's not confessing, Sarah. This is bragging. Mr. Ikaria, I'm not looking to take up too much of your time, but perhaps you could help me understand something. The inciting incident, as they say.
In screenwriting.
They say it elsewhere, too. Probably. A year ago, you extended an olive branch to the Blue Bloods over Nirvana. Was it genuine? My curiosity was genuine. But not your financing? Is that why it fell apart? Why Makoto was attacked? It fell apart because those first gens and young bloods of theirs are hot-headed idiots who can't follow orders. But I expected as much. That's why I ordered my hound to be present on standby.
But he didn't assassinate anyone that day, did he?
No. Instead, Sosuke stepped in front of a blade that was headed for Makoto. And he's been guarding the boy with his life ever since.
Was that your order as well?
My order, yes. Not my idea. But I'm the patriarch, not a dictator. If my sweet siblings and darling nieces and nephews make an earnest request, who am I to refuse?
You had to be pressured into letting Sosuke guard Makoto? Weren't you concerned about Makoto's safety?
Of course I was. I just know the best place for the queen is on the attack, not hopping around the king's sides blocking checks.
Dude, he and Kenzo would be so besties! They'd be super besties!
Hey, chess metaphor, help me out.
MEPs can sacrifice themselves, but there's only one queen, and she has by far the most mobility. It is better to keep her out in the open, ideally near the center of the field where she can attack freely. At least assuming you subscribe to...
Okay, got it. But here's the question. Why have the Blue Bloods kept trying to capture Makoto for over a year now? Because of some hot-tempered idiots? What's your answer? What do you think they would want to capture our little Makotan?
His blood? Revenge? I mean, there would be no heir to the throne, I guess, but I don't think there's no reason.
The Blue Bloods aren't lacking in motives for revenge. A bloody culling followed by 3 decades of humiliation is more than enough. But the most fitting revenge would involve them killing Makoto, not taking him captive. And while I can imagine plenty of ways to extract revenge from a living subject, gangs have to maintain a balance between being feared and being tolerated. If the Blue Bloods proudly tortured a child to death, they'd run out of the lower wards by their own constituents.
Okay, but... Oh. Well... No reason!
Well, they wouldn't want to capture Makoto. They don't. A certain mama said as much to my face. They'd much rather kill your sole heir than capture him. Which would I do? If they had any heirs left.
But then, why keep attacking Makoto if not to capture or kill him?
Their goal's never been Makoto. It's just that every time they've gone after their goal, Makoto's been there.
You mean...
Put another way, the purpose of an operation is what the operation accomplishes. They've been trying to capture Sosuke for over a year. The other day, they finally succeeded. You think those idiot punks wanted to take my hound alive? I don't think. I know. Because that's literally what they did. They captured Sosuke and brought him down to the lower wards. To torture him. Idiots. If they don't talk after the third, they'll never talk at all.
The third what?
It wasn't just any blue bloods that tortured him. It was a pod led by a young blood named Creek. Young, old, bound by blood or water, they're all the same scum. As you say, but I've learned that there are some pretty big ideological rifts among that scum. The young bloods captured him, no doubt on old guard orders. But just an hour ago, an old guard was asking after Sosuke's health. They didn't want him harmed. A generous interpretation. I'm guessing the Youngbloods knew that, but they tortured him anyway. Probably because they wanted to know why they've been repeatedly ordered to capture him. Out with it. Why would they want my hound? What the Blue Bloods want, ultimately, is simple. So simple that my android can answer this one.
I can?
What do the Blue Bloods need right now more than anything?
A lot of money? Without which they can't invest in legalized nirvana.
Such a shame that. But we'll be happy to pick up where they left off. So at a time when they need money, they're throwing their young bloods at capturing Sosuke. Ergo, capturing Sosuke must open a path for them to get their hands on lots of cash. My. I look away for a few days and suddenly my hound skyrocketed in value. Who do I have to thank? Who raised the price on his head to such a degree?
What about Sosuke makes him so valuable? Duh. His blood?
Who raised the price on Sosuke's head? You did. 30 years ago, you made him irreplaceable when you killed everyone else who shares a drop of his blood.
Ooh, shit. Sosuke is the little lord?
Last descendant of the Blue Bloods ruling families. And the only person on Earth who can get them back their fortunes. Hell of a shot in the dark. You gonna deny it? Sarah, when did the attacks, supposedly on Makoto, begin?
About a year ago?
What else happened about a year ago?
The meeting between the Blue Bloods and the Ikaria that fell into chaos.
Makoto made it out without a scratch. But only because Sosuke stepped in front of a blade for him. I can assume that Sosuke is an impressive martial artist.
With very well-defined pectorals and collarbones.
Okay, Sarah, nobody asked. But even he must have left blood on that floor that day. Yeah, he bled that day, but that's not as if he bled blue. You telling me the old god could just smell the resemblance? They didn't need intuition or guesswork. Their private security organization, Cyanus, is in the business of securing crime scenes, cleaning them up, and performing paternity tests. Could have been a win. Could have been they were hoping to match him to DNA left at other hound attacks. Who knows? But I would pay good money to have been a fly on the wall when they saw the results.
His reaction to this information is not very strong.
That's to be expected. I've just told him a bunch of information that he already knew.
He already knew Sasuke was a little lord?
That chess metaphor you used a minute ago might have sounded like a solid reasoning, if I actually played. Unfortunately for you, I find the game boring. So it struck me as very odd that a grandfather like you, equal parts doting and calculating, would ever place his heir's safety below concerns as vague as optimal play. You didn't object to Sosuke guarding Makoto because you wanted to keep your hound. You just couldn't convince the rest of the house it was a bad idea without revealing who Sosuke really is.
If he knew Sosuke was the real target and would keep getting attacked, then having him guard Makoto would actually be putting Makoto in danger.
Ooh. Ooh, but that's what you gotta do in chess. You gotta move around your king.
Okay. You know, Bonsai. They look like miniature trees, but they aren't. They're shrubs. You condition it to look like a miniature tree by pruning it daily until it stops trying to grow into what it's meant to be, and instead lives as what you want it to be. Took the Blue Bloods 30 years to figure out my scheme, and you solved it in, what, 48 hours? You deserve a toast. Now I wish that sake was in the storeroom. Instead, as a reward for your effort, I'll give you a story. 30 years ago, I saw the future. Not in statistics or stock prices or consumer confidence indexes. I saw it in people's eyes. Fear and delusion. The sinking feeling that maybe everything really is made of bullshit and sea foam. And that if you ever stop to look down at it, you'll fall to the bottom. Can't warn people. They won't believe you. They'll strangle you to death for implying their boat might have a leak. Only one thing to do in times like those. Take advantage. For 1 year we pulled back. No resistance, no bargaining. We let the Blue Bloods hungrily swallow what we had left behind. For 1 full year we withdrew and waited and sharpened our knives. 1 year of preparation for 1 weekend in August. Hardest August on record. They left all the goddamn windows open. So it went fast. We'd show up, get to work, leave the mess for whoever cared to see it, and drive up to the next address. I did 22 myself. And even had you asked me back then, I couldn't tell you the first thing about any of them. Except for the 27. Oh, God! Okay. Keep it in your pants! 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 She had firm eyes. Cold eyes. No, not that harsh. Cool eyes. Like condensation on steel. And she was very brave. When I took aim at her, she blinked. Not even upset. Just exasperated. Like I'd neglected to hold the door for her. My mouth was dry. Felt like I hadn't spoken all day. Had to clear my throat to speak up so she could hear me over the babbling of the river she'd fled to. And the shots in the distance. Wanted to ask her why. Why out here? Why not a panic room? Why she was wearing a medical gown and why her thighs were covered in blood. But instead I just asked, why aren't you afraid? She said,
I can't be afraid. I'm a mom now.
Always liked that answer. So when the pistol stopped ringing in my ears and I heard the baby wailing in the bushes, I felt inspired. It's tradition in our family going back centuries that the eldest child be guarded from birth by a nursemaid, typically from a branch family. My wife would be due soon, and the Hayakawa clan had been an unfortunate casualty of that month. There was an opening. Expertly done. But why let him live?
Adonai!
So that I could evict the little lord. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across.
You started the rumors about a survivor?
So long as those fools still had the hope that they could reclaim their former glory, they'd never rally themselves into chipping away at ours. And if they ever did become a real threat again, I'd have the world's most valuable hostage ready to put them back in check. You turned your enemy's last hope into a meat shield for your family, and eventually your personal attack dog. That was just a bonus. The heir had come of age, and so had Sosuke. He was free to choose any career in the family business at that point. He became the hound of his own accord.
I'm sure. But that's just
irrelevant. At the end of the day.
What?
It helps me understand why the Blue Bloods have done what they have, but it doesn't put me any closer to proving Sosuke's innocence.
But Sosuke is their little lord. If we tell people, won't that change anything?
Well, for starters, we don't have any of this in court. Of course not. Can't exactly go telling the court about my exploits 30 years ago. Not when we have attorney-client privilege.
But if you use your influence, if you reach out to the Blue Bloods...
What? We'll work together to set Sosuke free? I killed everyone who could ever consider family, Copper. Besides a few old crooks waiting to die, anyone who shares a drop of his blood is in the ground. Most of them put there by me. I did all of that to sink the Blue Bloods. Now that they're finally ready to die, you think I'd throw them a lifeline just to protect one man? Just to keep one man out of prison? He's right. I'm not allowed to disclose anything I've learned here without his express permission. It would complicate the tax suit against my family terribly if it came out I lied about a blood relation, wouldn't it? That's what he's worried about. Sosuke's in the will, after all. That's the law. Didn't mean to run you in circles, honestly. I would have preferred you'd never wasted your time unearthing any of this. That's what I get for relying on him to deliver a message, I suppose. You're the one who wanted to keep my investigation limited. I thought you'd get the picture and hurry up and make a plea deal. Negotiate the charges down to manslaughter. Get this all squared away so we can focus on fighting this damn audit.
Audit? Sosuke is on trial for his life!
Sosuke's sworn to protect this family with his life. I'm respecting his wishes. If he does go to prison, the Blue Bloods will die knowing their little lord is alive, but permanently beyond their reach, rotting in a cell for killing their own men in defense of their own worst enemy. I can see why you wouldn't mind that outcome. A hostage that you're never willing to sacrifice isn't a hostage, just a babysitting gig. I spared his life 30 years ago. This doesn't even cover his interest.
So Sosuke's always just been a tool for you? A hostage you protect until the perfect use came along?
I've always wondered, do tools appreciate that part? When they're used properly. What do you think, Copper? Does Sosuke have any complaints?
That doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Sosuke is a veteran. He served in the military. Did you grant your hostage permission to go risk his life for his country instead of you?
It's not like he was one of those Minutemen they threw at walls. He was never in any real danger.
What about as your hound? Deadly assassination and infiltration missions. He could have died during any of them. Why let your perfect hostage, your obedient tool, take on such dangerous work? Why give him your last name? Why let him live under your roof, raise him like a son? Why trust him with protecting the life of your son, your grandson? Why are you lying and pretending you don't...
Pardon my android's outburst, sir. I'll have to adjust her conversational parameters later. Don't bother. Just rip its voice box out entirely if it's going to speak over a man under his own roof.
No, Sarah.
Goddamn Copper. Next the furniture will be telling me what I feel about my own damn family. Raise him like a son. What bullshit. I have no son. Counselor, do your damn job and tell Sosuke to do his. Now.
Ay, ay, ay. I'm sorry. That wasn't very butler-like behavior just now.
It's fine. It was a good play in that moment.
But... do you think he meant that?
I don't know.
Do you think he meant it when he said he has no son?
Makoto is Daisuke's grandson. If he has no sons, then the previous heir that Sosuke grew up guarding must have been...
Makoto's mother?
Whoa, 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 oh yeah, oh yeah.
Dude, this family is full of hot people, man. This family is full of hot people. Hold on. I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'll be back in like 5-ish minutes. I'm just gonna get some more water, maybe some tea for my voice. Yeah, I'll be back soon. Don't worry. Don't worry, I'll be back. Okay, have fun with the word game, okay? So much fun. Make those words. I'll be back.
Not immediately team bidet. If you got poop.
Hey yo, who up? Who up? Who up? Who up? Who up? Morking? Who up? Morgan, they're Morgans. Did I do it? Dude, I got some more water, and then I downed a couple of handfuls of hot Cheetos. So I'm feeling really fresh, feeling really good. Dude, I wish I was like the cloud of smoke hanging around her head. You know. Evangeline, you're Morgan? Yeah, for real.
Is it safe to assume everyone in your family has severe trust issues and is also hot? I have no issues with trust myself. But as you've seen, the house has very particular preferences when it comes to information siloing. Fancy words. You could have just told me who you are. I told you my name and my position in the house. Is it relevant that I'm married? That I'm a mother? Should I be flattered? Ooh! You told me you work for Aurea Holdings. You didn't mention you're at least the second most powerful member of the house. If I had to tell people that, it wouldn't really be true, now would it? You could have told me your relation to Sosuke. He guarded you every day of your life up until you were 19. 19. He's your goddamn brother. So that message you wanted me to pass along. If you see a way out, take it. You wanted him to try and make a deal with the Blue Bloods to get out from under the house?
If Sosuke merely gave them what they wanted, I'm sure there would be dozens of Blue Bloods ready to confess to the crimes he is accused of.
So you know. You knew. And if you thought he could parse that message, that means Sosuke.
He is not an unintelligible man, merely stubborn about all the most frustrating things. Oh my god. Oh my god.
What do the Blue Bloods want from Sosuke precisely? A blood donation?
One sample would not suffice. They need to be able to validate their accounts whenever called for.
Daily blood donations, then.
I told you the old guard want to become nobility. How do they cement alliances amongst the aristocracy of old? They want Sosuke to marry? The old guard are old.
Sosuke's already got as much blue in his veins as they can ask for. They don't need him to marry into them, they need him to marry into power. Not the worst thing to have asked of you. Have you ever been in an arranged marriage? Don't call it a gift.
Well, okay. Alright. Ooh. Ooh, is that tea? Is there tea there?
You were the heir apparent up until Makoto was born. All that time Sosuke was your bodyguard. And driver. And poison taster, though that would most often entail me giving him concoctions to try. But his assignment actually ended when I married. Subtracting Makoto's age, that had to have been over a decade ago. So he joined the military the moment he didn't have to shadow you anymore? And after he got back, he asked to become the Hound? Guy must really hate guard duty. He must. Back up a moment. Your father didn't want me uncovering Sosuke's parentage. Most likely because he didn't want Sosuke to know the strength of his own bargaining position. But he told me to pass Sosuke a message that he'd only understand if he already knew who his parents were. So how long has he known? And how long have you known he's known?
And when did Daisuke cease knowing who knows what?
Around the time Sosuke left for the military. Hell of a thing to find out at your entrance physical. It was before he left for the military, actually.
Did that influence his decision?
Sosuke finds out he could be the richest man in the city, and then he wants to risk dying in battle? Quite the guilty class consciousness.
I don't know exactly what did or didn't influence his decision to join the military back then. You'd have to ask him. I apologize for any gaps in knowledge you've had to work around, but hopefully you now understand how delicate of a situation you found yourself in.
Yeah, I can smell the explosives and hear the fuses sizzling. Oh my god. I just don't get why no one's gone over to stomp them out.
If Sosuke's known this whole time where the Blue Bloods wanted to capture him, why didn't he just tell us?
Because he's a stubborn man working for a highly secretive family. That I get. What I don't get is why he didn't defect the moment he learned the truth.
Who knows? You'll have to work out the rest with him. I've given you all the aid my position allows.
I suppose it was kind of you to share information with us at all. Being in charge of the legitimate side of your family, you don't have any connection with this incident yourself.
Oh, not quite.
No connection with this incident?
That's not quite accurate. That's not quite accurate.
Pardon? You do have a connection to this case, even if you yourself don't realize it. I found a note by the body of the Blue Blood who took Sosuke captive. It read, M. Ikaria.
Aha!
This is one of the men who attacked my son. I'd imagine a note with his name at the least is the least of what you found. They've never been after your son. Not once. It's always been about capturing Sosuke, and Makoto's just been in the crossfire.
But Sosuke knows, which explains his reluctance to accept the responsibility of guarding Makoto.
So I seriously doubt this dead man was interested in Makoto Ikaria. Mirai Ikaria, however, has no relation to the world that dead man lived in. That was decided the day she was born. But you do have a relation to Renegan. Makoto mentioned your family was given one seat on the board as a show of respect. I take it that's a deception too. You may have let Renegan go public, but you've never given up control of it. The rest of the board must be your family's puppets. But that doesn't matter. What matters is what Renegan makes, and the prices it charges.
Renegan is best known for the patenting of metformin.
A patent which expired years ago. Plenty of other companies making it now. And yet the price hasn't gone down.
The invisible hand sets price where it will.
Sure, but this is your invisible hand. A normal corporation couldn't strong-arm its competitors into keeping prices high. That'd be operating as a cartel. But the reincarnation of the Ikaria drug cartel wouldn't know exactly how to go about that without getting caught.
If that were true, it'd be much easier than you make it out to be. The right email signature, the right package delivered to the right address, the right look. These executive types scare easy when the perceived threat is anything bordering on the physical. Of course, it helps that the end result is we all profit immensely. But yes, metformin is very lucrative. What of it?
The dead man, Creek, had a brother with expensive tuition and TAD.
Type 2 abnormal diabetes?
Oh. The subtype? Oh. Yeah, type 2A is mostly believed to result from childhood exposure. Oh! 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 Oh my goodness, Renegans. Oh my god. Dude, another type of diabetes based on artificial sweeteners is crazy.
He'll need metformin for the rest of his life. Then he really ought to choose the proper insurance plan, don't you think? I don't get the impression that family member coverage is a benefit the Blue Bloods offer. I suppose even the Mob Act has its limits. Yes, one could find the name of M. Icaria in relation to the Renegan board, if they looked hard enough. So you think this Creek individual was going to threaten me? Come up to me on the street with a knife? A gun? He wouldn't get within 100 meters. I don't doubt that. Now the rest of this is speculation, but he might have just wanted to contact you.
That would have been less likely to succeed. So you truly don't care that his brother needs this medicine? Sosuke is like a brother to you, and you've gone out of your way to try to help him even when you stand to gain nothing from it.
Yes, but I wouldn't expect my enemies to be impressed by the effort.
How would you feel if they laughed at your effort?
My apologies, new android. Still adapting to conversation.
Damn, Sarah. Sarah, listen, I know you're the anime protagonist, bro, but there's real stakes happening here, Sarah. I love you, though.
You know what we sold back before Renegan? Before the facade of nobility. Back when we were the Icaria cartel? Opioids? Yes. It was still illegal back then. But not for everyone. Take the exact same compounds, put them in an extended release pill, and sell it at the pharmacy. And that's just pain management. It's all the same poison. Equally addictive whether you get it from a dealer or a doctor. Have you ever seen someone go through opioid withdrawal? Like taking a wine opener to your stomach for 7 days straight, they testified. Pain like that eats people alive, slowly, and replaces them with something unrecognizable. A loving parent would steal from their own child if they thought it would buy them release from that kind of pain. Painkillers. What a joke.
Does Renegan produce painkillers?
No, we do not. People die if they don't get the medicine they need, and I'm sure their family mourns them. But addicts die a little more every day of their life, until the day they finally fade out forever. And their family feels disgusted with themselves for breathing a sigh of relief. Plenty of kinds of evil in this world, little girl. Plenty to choose from. For real people like us, if you don't choose, the choice is made for you.
Damn.
Now wipe that look off your face and access the following address. Renegan, main financing, prescription financing options, out of pockets, apply.
You have that memorized? But this portal is
not listed or linked to anywhere on the site, I know. But it still works fine. By law we have to have it, but we can't be blamed if the website is poorly designed. If you know any despondent crybaby college students looking for coupons to help pay for medication, they might want to start there.
Oh!
Thank you.
Oh, shoot! I got an achievement for that.
Don't thank me. Don't. I can't stand it. Just save Sosuke's life.
Damn.
Don't know how you pulled that off.
Hadn't I? They do consistently refer to themselves as a house. Perhaps they simply value family more than you think.
Oh, interesting. Oh. Oh boy. Hey, Sosuke. Hey.
So where should we begin?
What do you mean? I'm afraid I don't have anything new to tell you. Stubborn about all the most frustrating things, was it? I'm your lawyer, Sasuke. I'm your lawyer, Sosuke. We're sworn to always do what's best for our clients, their rights, and their privacy. To an extent that may consider extreme, we are unable to disclose incriminating or otherwise problematic information that our clients give to us, no matter the circumstances. This whole system is designed to benefit the defendant. So it really upsets me when I find out that my clients are lying to me about vital information that could help me save their lives. If you're troubled by the nature of my work as the Hound, you're adopted. Yes, from the Hayakawa. That's bullshit. You know it, I know it, and people whose opinions you respect know it. Fine. All members of the military have extensive DNA samples on record. If I subpoena... All right, stop! Stop.
Does the military keep all its members' DNA on record?
I don't know. Probably right. Yes, I know what you're referring to. Even before I knew, I did wonder.
If you've known about your real family for more than a decade, why haven't you ever...
Because it doesn't matter. Try telling that to the Blue Bloods. They've been risking a gang war for over a year trying to get to you. That's their choice. It has nothing to do with me. How can you... I'm appalled, Sosuke. How could a brave soldier serving the House of Ikaria allow violence to continue when he knows he could stop it? Oop. Worthy attempt, counselor. Sorry. Guess I'm not used to having to persuade people to act in their own best interest. Or that of their family. Family? The Ikaria raised me, fed me, taught me how to read, write, talk, walk. They gave me a home, a purpose. They're using you. They need me. They've got a funny way of showing it. I owe everything to them, and nothing to the dead. They're only dead because the man you call a father murdered them. He did that a long time ago, to people I've never met. You'll have to forgive me if I'm short on empathy for complete strangers. Aunts, uncles, cousins, parents, siblings. You can't call them complete strangers, Sosuke. Can't I? The Ikaria are my family. Nothing will change that. Nothing ever could. Let's test that. Pardon? The state thinks you murdered a cop. They'll make sure no one ever thinks of following your example. Let me repeat that. The full brunt of the police state is about to fall directly on the back of your neck. Hammer. Nail. Oh, hammer, nail. Sorry.
I did that wrong. The aura is off.
I'm not afraid of prison. You ever been in one? What? No, why? They shave you. What? When you're convicted, they shave you. For hygiene. It's not for hygiene. Are you talking about that virtual work release thing? They fit you for skull caps? Not right away. They don't do that to people. Put a man in chains, strip him naked, sew his mouth shut. He'll still recognize himself in the mirror. He's still a person. But shave his head, give him a uniform, and make him sit in the dark with 500 others who've been treated the same. He starts to forget. Forget that he's a person. After you're so bored you're seeing constellations in concrete, and after you're scratching your skin raw just to feel something new. That's when they ask you if you'd like a job. After people stop being people. Girl, yeah, how do you... a suspected suicide of inmate Jay Galay. What the fuck? How does she know that? How could you even know any of that? I'm a defense attorney, Sosuke. Who else gets to see the inside of a prison and walk away afterwards? Makoto sent me himself, so you never actually took your one phone call, did you? Take my phone and call Hana Kim. The Blue Bloods will volunteer a fall guy to confess to these crimes and you'll walk free. After which you'll become one of the richest men in the city overnight. That's not...
If you are at all curious, I have done some calculations to estimate the extent of your familial holdings. The number is quite remarkable. Though I suppose I haven't taken taxes into account.
No one's asking you to abandon the Ikaria. You could become their greatest ally. Together, your families could... I know exactly what would happen if I made that deal. I won't do it. Why the hell not?
Why not, Sosuke?
You're forgetting a few small details involved in this process. Namely, just owning the people who raised me my entire life. And claiming myself before the world as the son of the people I've been fighting since I was a teenager. How shameless do you think I am? Daisuke, that man raised me like his own son, and in return I can't throw away the name he gave me just for goddamn money. Treat your men as you would your own beloved sons, and they will follow you into the deepest valley. Is that it? You would rather rot in prison as an Ikaria than live in luxury as a blue blood? Gladly. This is my answer, Morgan. If you try and use my parentage in the trial tomorrow, I'll dismiss you as my counsel and change my plea to guilty. If that's your answer, then that's your answer. You're the client. What you say goes. Right? So if you somehow last another night without the cops smothering you in your sleep, we'll need some kind of strategy when we go into court tomorrow. Of course we will. And what are your thoughts on the matter? I might have found a window of opportunity. A chance that someone other than you had the means, motive, and opportunity to commit these crimes. Have you remembered anything else about your captivity? Maybe. If you go over it again, I extrapolate somewhat, or a lot. We'll need to be prepared. We're going to be called to the stand tomorrow. All I need to do is keep silent, right? You better not. I'll be the one asking the questions.
You're going to call him to testify?
What do you expect me to say up there? I want you to tell the truth, of course. I want you to tell the court exactly how you were set free.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lordy Lord.
All right. You good taking another night shift? He's infuriating, but I'd rather he didn't get shanked at the moment.
Of course, Adonai. Detective London will be back shortly, and I'll make sure Sosuke's monitored all night.
What is it? You gonna ask me to explain his decision? 'Cause I'm done trying at this point.
I don't think his decision is that confusing. He wants to be loyal to the people who've shown loyalty to him.
Shown loyalty. Do you need a microscope to see it? You spot any members of the noble house of Ikaria around here? Are they hiding under a box somewhere?
The people who've shown loyalty to him historically. His decision doesn't confuse me, but his choice of words. He considers the Ikaria his true family, yet he again spoke of a debt to them. That seemed odd to me. What do you think?
I don't know.
Do they really shave everyone in prison? Or is that just another bluff?
Not everyone, no. Only everyone who can't pay the fees.
Ooh. Ooh. Huh. I wonder... oh, Morgan's apartment! I wonder... Oh! Oh, yeah. I like this art a lot.
A good puzzle feels satisfying to complete.
Why are we chugging?
Like a good story, it maintains its appeal even when viewed in hindsight. A bad puzzle will make sense after you finish it. The picture's there, but it's muddled, vague, and you feel like an idiot for bothering to piece it together. Sosuke Karya's that kind of puzzle. I fit every edge to every edge just so. But the result wasn't satisfying. An infuriating client to cap off a frustrating case. Having to keep track of what the cops know, what the blue bloods know, what the Akari are hiding, what Emma's thinking. What I've learned, what I know to be true, what I can prove and what I can actually say. And even after that, getting kneecapped when my client refuses to play his best cards. I want to clear my head. Or maybe empty it.
Oh? What we got? What we got? What we got? Bake? 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 More can you bake?
Don't feel like finding something to stream. Sarah's messed up all my recommendations anyway. My home pages used to be great, tuned to a T. I'd get closed circuit footage of industrial machine accidents and gun disassemblies with no commentary in the title.
Of course that's what she'd watch.
Now it's all street workout videos and film detector tier lists.
Street workout videos? Oh my god.
If the end result is my internet history looks a little more random to an outsider, I guess I can forgive it. But if she ever gets me added to mailing lists for diet supplements, I'm fully revoking her net access.
That's funny. Yeah, she's normal. It's so normal. I do like the USCSB chemical safety. What? The what? The USCSB chemical safe. I want to see what these are about. Oh. I mean, okay. I probably like put this on in the background as I'm like drawing something. Lately, I've been my background music, quote unquote, for drawing has been the streamer Coffee. If you guys know Coffee, the little coffee mug PNG tuber guy. he's really entertaining and funny, and he puts his VODs on YouTube. So I've been using that as background. He's been playing like Metopia for the first time. And he plays all these like old games. Old like Wii games. I like them. They do videos analyzing chemical accidents and then go to what precautions could have been taken to prevent them. Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Not in the mood for people watching. Sometimes if I let my eyes unfocus, the massive foot traffic in the streets below melds to one dark amoeba, curling slightly at its edges as it squirms along the petri dish of the world around me. Its edges lost beyond the horizon, which can be zen in its own way. I'm guessing that's what people see in ant farms, but I wouldn't know. Who the hell would want more insects crawling around their house?
All right, Morgan. Interesting how you view the world that way. Fake. Also, you're fucking loaded, bro. This is a nice ass apartment.
I'm not hungry. Baking is satisfying. Applied chemistry, which is just applied math. The cleanup isn't fun. And when I don't have a neighbor I'm trying to butter up or a client to visit, everything just sits in my freezer until I end up throwing it out. Sarah seems to shovel it all down without complaint, but she's not here now. When I was still slaving away at that witch's office, I never wanted it for hungry mouths. Coworkers will eat anything you leave out in a break room. If I ever get truly desperate to hide evidence, I'll just bake it into a pie and find an office birthday party to crash.
Okay.
It'll be gone without a trace in minutes.
Witch's office.
This is pointless. Might as well close my eyes and wait. Even staring daggers into the backs of my own eyelids would do more good than this. Whatever this is.
Oh boy. Oh man. Is this girl again? Hey, cool kid. If you go to jail for starting this pyramid scheme of an extracurricular activity, does that help or hurt your chances of becoming a lawyer? You're trying to recruit members because if you don't hit critical mass, then this all falls apart. It's exactly like a pyramid scheme. Well, I don't know what I can give you. I don't know that I can give you advice since I'm only a member on paper. But if you want to start a club for solving mysteries, maybe you should, you know, solve one first. I don't know. Ask questions. Talk to people, I guess. Record what they say. Take notes and think hard. Oh, you never know. You can be pretty persuasive. Or at least entertaining. I mean, I'm still sitting here for some reason, right?
Oh! Guess I fell asleep after all. It's still dark out though. What time is it? 5 in the morning? It says 9:40 on my phone. I slept for 30 minutes? That's it? What the hell's going on with me today? Ugh. Am I really about to give up and start scrolling on my phone? I should check my temperature. There might be something wrong with me. Don't feel like going to find the thermometer. How about a bet? 300 says the first article that pops up is an advertisement. There's always good news every night. Beloved school janitor given dance-off salute by students after having to postpone retirement for third time. Double or nothing. Federal investigators recover Denning's girl. Well, congrats on no longer being kidnapped. But you just cost me 600, you little shit.
600 what? You weren't betting on anything. Federal investigators recovered Denning's girl. The nation rejoices tonight as the daughter of renowned philanthropist Joseph Dennings has been confirmed home safe, and thanks to the efforts of federal investigators spearheaded by a playbook that applies old techniques to tackle new challenges. Dennings originally rose to prominence as a CEO of Constancy Inc., which was at the time a marketing firm specialized in virtual advertising. But Dennings' vision for bringing advertising to the front lines with heads-up displayed services cracked open the previously uncharted market of active-duty armed forces members, serving them relevant, relatable, automatically generated content that informed them about the products they wanted waiting for them on their doorstep when they got home, After making Constancy one of the leading advertising agencies in the world, Dennings thought that he'd finally get to spend time with his family when he graciously stepped down as CEO to focus on his philanthropy, while also serving as COO in an adversary role. Oh my god. But tragedy struck earlier this week when his daughter was kidnapped on her way home from school in an attack investigators describe as meticulously planned and flawlessly executed. When the vicious attackers contacted the Dennings family and demanded an exorbitant ransom of an undisclosed amount, the lesser man would have panicked or worse, given in to their demands. Fortunately for his daughter, Dennings is not a lesser man. Those first 24 hours are essential. We need every minute we can get. It's really quite remarkable that Mr. Dennings was clear-headed enough to contact us right away. Said one investigator close to the operation. Investigators spring into action, of course, but here our story takes a curious turn. Instead of searching for the map for the young Dennings girl, they mapped out the psychology of the kidnappers themselves. We wouldn't really describe this as a terrorist act, but the sick, twisted terrorists who committed this atrocity did do us the courtesy of communicating openly and often. From the way they spoke, the words they chose, we started to narrow down their possible backgrounds. And then we revisited the crime scene. Investigators credit their breakthroughs to footage of the kidnapping that indicated the terrorists had military-level training and discipline, carrying out the attack in a so-called quartet formation considered a signature of the military's elite hostage retrieval squad. Holy shit. Anyone can read handbooks and try to copy what they've seen in military sims, but this brutal act of class-motivated violence was carried out without so much as a shot fired. Miraculously. Skills like that, unfortunately for the suspects, are as unique as fingerprints. We had warrants to search for all 4 suspects' properties within the hour. Yeah. The blatant editorializing in the articles is always funny. Dude, it's really funny. I do quite like that, at least in most of the articles, the important points are never editorialized. It's always a quote or like the truth. While some, less dignified members of the press question the nature of this horrific crime, asking pointed questions about a possible relationship between Mr. Denning's past work and the suspect's military backgrounds, Chief Director of Investigations Valentine avoided the mudsliding with a succinct reply of no comment. Alright. Mr. Denning's business associations have no bearing on the value of his daughter's life, which I am glad to say is no longer in any danger. For that, we have to thank the efforts of the brave young investigators to my left here, Special Investor ISA, Technical Analyst Solkov, Special Agent Greenfield, and Special Agent Beckham. Together they... Are you as infuriated as we are by anti-authority outside actor anarchists inciting anxiety on our city streets anonymously? Join us in our push to make all internet searches tied directly to citizens' attackers here at ID. Sign up below and we'll direct you on how to help. Oh my god! That's awful.
How's that for long odds? What are the chances I see that name?
Ayo? Is that the girl?
Perfect timing, actually. Maybe chewing out Mireille for keeping me in the dark is just the nightcap I need. That woman was like a black cat. Oh!
Yeah, she really likes her. She really likes her.
Hang on, that knock doesn't sound like Mireille.
Oi.
That voice almost sounds like...
Pen up already, you shit. What?
I better check the door cam.
Oh shit. Hi, Reyes.
Detective, is that you?
Open up.
Pardon?
Zip pen up.
Hang on, are you...
Don't pretend you can't hear me, and you little creep cave, you little creep.
Detective Reyes, are you...
Drunk? Yes. No. It's a crime for you to ask me that. Oh. I can just wave my badge hello to the door cam.
And my door just unlocks like that. That cannot be legal.
Oh, it's not illegal.
What?
Wait, what model of door is it? Oh yeah, but this model of door in the city zoning is illegal for me to unlock your door like that.
Guess Han had a point. Needing to make spare keys is a fair trade-off to avoid this bullshit.
And since you just invited me in,
I did not.
Here I am, above the book. What's happening right now? Why is he sailing all the way up there? Who'd you kill to get a place this huge? Oh. And I oop.
And I oop.
What do you even do with this much space? Hang from the rafters like a bat? Echo! Echo.
Detective, this is absurd. Does anyone even know you're here?
Oh. What? Let me check. Detective Reyes, badge number 10806, reporting on all channels. Self-assignment, protective surveillance of suspected criminal target. Assess his medium to low target capabilities. Not a threat to self or others. Reporting in from... what's your address?
Do not dox me to every cop in the city, Reyes.
Reporting in front of address withheld. Any copies? Over.
Copy. Copy. Cancel you entering the building. Copy. Reading your bio monitor.
We got you, 10806. Have a quiet night.
Are you finished?
Hey, where's the snowball?
What? She waves her hands in a rough approximation of something cloud-shaped.
Snowball. A porcue ball. Matcha ball.
Sarah's doing her job.
Likely story. You'd probably make us sleep in a coffin in a parking garage.
Going off of David's setup, she might be more comfortable if I did.
Is this booze?
That's water.
Ugh, God!
Can I do something for you this evening, detective? Or did you come here just to critique my interior decorating and knock shit over?
I came here because I'm drunk. And I'm drunk because you're in danger. No other way around. I drank because I was pissed. And Kaz and everyone else told me to go home. Even though he shot a guy only a few hours ago, I'm the one who's too emotional and too useless. So I came here to catch a bad guy. 'Cause you are defending that cop killer.
Uh-huh.
Who's also an orca killer. A whale cop killer. Kill a whale cop. Every goddamn idiot in the city wants to shoot him. And also, you. 'Cause you're a stinking lawyer.
Thanks?
And I am a cop. Cops are supposed to protect people. Even stinky lawyers.
Thanks?
So I'll park myself right here and catch the next assassin they send after you. Then lock him up and throw away the key. And if I accidentally save your life too, that's okay. Even if you don't deserve it.
You could have just stopped talking.
I can stop talking easy. You really not have anything to drink?
I'm not sure I want to drink with you, detective.
Who invited you? You're the host. Do whatever, but I am gonna do what I gotta do. And what the hell's this screw top?
If I have to host a drunk Detective Reyes for the rest of the night, as I evidently do, suppose I needn't force myself to go through the ordeal sober. I'll get a bottle opener, detective.
Oh shit!
Said I'll get it!
Oh no! The booze! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, wait. This is the best part of the vid, where he breaks down the horsepower. For years, they all abided by this gentleman's agreement where their engines would have horsepower capped at 270 or so. To avoid this, arms race of engineering in a country with such a huge street racing scene.
Right.
But the crazy part is, it was only ever on paper. They were building and selling cars with 300 plus horsepower. And they all just listed the horsepower as 270 domestically.
Yeah.
And God, everybody knew it. I mean, they were selling the same car with the same engine, with the same goddamn torque rating in 2 different countries, and they were saying, oh, I don't know, I think it's only 276.
That's crazy.
I was born in the wrong generation.
generation. I'll die without even knowing what gasoline smells like.
Gasoline is odorless.
What?
It's odorless. They added a strong smell during refinement, so that leaks could be noticeable.
That's natural gas, you dummy. Scared me for a second, jeez. If you're gonna try and ruin something for me that I never even had the chance of experiencing, you better get it right. Doesn't know the difference between gas and gasoline.
So, you knew Chopin?
So you know Chopin? God. We dated, okay? Happy?
Dated?
What the fuck?
I wouldn't have guessed that. For how long?
Once. Which is not a lot. Duh, I know. It was such a shitty date. Was uniform. Like I was supposed to salute. And God, was he cheap. I said, why'd you tip the bartender? And he got all confused. He just handed me 2 cans. Why would I tip? Because he tipped the goddamn bartender, man. That's why. You can always tell when someone grew up with money. Maybe they just can't hide it. Maybe none of them ever learned the decency to try. Rockford's not so bad. I mean, it's obvious. Oh yeah, brain cells activated when Rockford got brought up. I mean, it's obvious still, but the airhead part kind of offsets it.
Yeah, that's... What do you mean? Emma comes from money?
Guess even you can tell a joke. Worst date I've ever been on. Waitress looked like she was gonna stab him. Oh, I thought she met with Emma. You would think he was allergic to salt with all the nitpicking he did. And then he has the balls to tip 10%.
That is bad.
Oh, what do you know? You probably haven't been on a date since the 60s.
How old do you think I am? I was talking about the tip.
What tip? Oh, the tip. Well, yeah, but still. Do you even have a dating profile? Or do you just hang around funeral homes and castles and shit looking for other creatures of the night?
Got your ass, Morgan? I don't have a dating profile. You met Chopin through an app?
Yeah, a dating app for cops.
There's a dating app for cops?
Yeah, just for cops. Just for all.
Why is it called Just For All if it's just for cops?
It's a
Oh, it's a pun.
Just for all. Just for all. Just...
Well, not really a pun.
Justice for all?
Yeah, are we in America? Wordplay.
Play our words for justice for all. Oh, okay. The cop catchphrase. We say it all the time when we catch people. There's an app for everyone. Probably even lawyers with sun allergies.
I don't think there's an app for me.
Hang on. Let me project the hologram of the world's smallest violin out of my eye socket. Apps suck anyway. This one I matched. She was terrible. Her teeth... She was trying to smile or some shit. She was all teeth. Think it was her first kiss. Do you remember your first?
I don't know why everyone's always so concerned with firsts.
The hell's that mean? Also, we love Reyes. Confirmed.
Don't worry about it.
I have never once given a second thought to anything you say, so get that straight. Wanted to slap the guy's dumb face at the end of the date. But then I didn't even recognize him. When Lon and I came in, he was face down. Whole floor. Blood. Just blood and paper. Couldn't turn him over. Had to preserve the scene. Just had to leave him there.
Sorry.
Sorry? I'm not sorry, I'm angry.
You seem to get angry a lot.
You've been to anger You've been to anger mangagement. Mangagement. You know what that's about.
Managing anger?
Keeping calm, not letting your emotions control you. I'm great at all of that.
If you say so.
I do say so. With what I'm feeling most of the time, I'm a goddamn saint with how calm I stay. I'm just too small. Little hole in the bottom of a big water tower. Fills up faster than it'll ever drain. If I was big, I'd trample this whole city down. Long, long before my anger's gone. They didn't even seem like people from the hall. Just two people-shaped things face down in blood.
Sosuke and Chopin? They were both face down?
What? Yeah?
Because Rogers was cuffing Sosuke on the ground?
Rogers? What a klutz! That guy couldn't cuff a cow.
A cow?
I don't know. Something that cuff easily.
A dress shirt.
Oh, I don't want a round of applause. Everyone clap for the world's greatest.
Wordsmith.
Just shut up.
They're cute. I like them.
You know, she's kind of like Morgan, yeah, a little bit.
Persuading her to remove her shoes and socks before tossing her up the stairs was the very upper limit of my patience. Making it off the floor and onto the bed is up to her. I don't care. I could sleep on my couch. I could sleep in my chair if I had to. I could fall asleep in any position, actually. It's not actually worth bragging about, especially to myself. So now a homicide detective knows where I live. Guess the address is on the business card. Downside of a home office. At least it's fun to imagine how sick she'll be tomorrow. Can't remember a time that I got that drunk, thankfully. Can't remember a time I got that mad. And the last time I cried. Screw this. Introspection's a scam. I'm not nearly so flush that I can afford to waste time on it.
Whatever you tell yourself, Morgan. Whatever you tell yourself. Oh my god, stop smiling like that. Yes, you found a teacher's missing key card. No, you're not Sherlock Holmes. Or whatever his lawyer was. Oh, I'm sure. You're gonna be the most popular kid in school overnight now. Except Morgan stomps all over the city and takes comfort in the fact she's too small for it to matter. Yeah. Well, I wasn't being that sarcastic. You better hope it's somewhat true. Deadline for your little club sign-up period is next week, isn't it? Actually, you'll need to find 4 members. I'm gonna be out that day. Family thing. What a phase. You show everyone puppy dog eyes that pathetic. Look, if you're gonna be a lawyer, you need to get better at reading fine print. See? You need 5 members to found a club. But if you have at least 2 students present at qualification time, you can get an extension. Oh my god, I can't read. I mean, even you could get 1 person to join, right? Just use that winning personality of yours. It's a family thing. I can't say no. Nothing. I didn't say anything. What the heck? What the heck? Alright. This sounds like a good place to end stream for today. I streamed a little bit earlier so I could be out the door in a little bit. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'm sorry I was a little bit under the weather today. Hopefully I get better by the time I have my birthday. on Sunday. But Tuesday tomorrow, just like always, is more AI the Somnium Files. It looks like we're gonna be ending it soon. It seems like we're at the end stretch of that game, so maybe we'll end it next time. We'll see. I'm excited. So join me for that. And then Wednesday, we're looking to finally have Umineko, which is great news. Hopefully nothing else happens in the span of 2 days, but we have it planned. It's planned. It's planned. So we'll do that on Wednesday. Yeah. Alrighty. Thank you everybody so much for watching. My birthday is soon. Hey, it was my birthday this week. I'm turning an age. I'm turning 924. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, let me see. Hold on. Let me check something real quick before I go offline. I'm a part of VTuber Epic the Musical, and I want to see if anybody is streaming. Is anybody streaming? Because a few of them have rated my streams, and I'd feel really remiss if I didn't at least try. to rate one of theirs. Okay. It looks like I don't see anybody else streaming right now. Let me see. Are they streaming? No, they're not. Damn. Okay. Well, I'm going to at least try when I do my streams to start rating them, because they did it a couple times to me and I want to do it back to them. It only feels right. But anyways, thank you everybody so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Safe travels back down for heaven. Be good people, and we're gonna do AI the Somnium Files tomorrow. Okay?